love to do homework. You love to do homework. It's time to do homework. Mr. Graham, homework out. Let's do homework together. Hooray. Check it out. You're on page 43. And I just want to give you a little secret if you're watching this. This homework is extra special because it's a performance task. And performance tasks are kind of like little activities that I can give you extra credit for. You know what I'm saying? I can give you some credit for this in your goal folder. I can put this on the wall, the proud wall, if you do a good job. And I guess what I'm saying is, if you're going to try super hard on just one piece of homework this week for math, let this be the one. All right, here we go. Use what you have learned to complete this task. No problem. Yes, sir. Paige and Ben each babysat last weekend. Paige babysat for, all right, 3 times as many hours, that might be important just to know, as Ben. Ben babysat for 4 hours. All right, good. Good info. Good info. Draw a model to represent the situation. Oh, draw a bar model. Do you remember how to do this? We've been practicing it in our homework all week long. So, let me show you how to do this bar model. You're going to want to think about the problem as a normal problem first. You are. You're going to want to think of it as 4 times 3, because that says 3 times, equals 12. And the bar model you would create would look like this. It would have the total on bottom, and then you would go ahead and you would draw the actual bar shape, and you would want to split it into however many times it told you to. So it said 3 times. So I draw a little line there, and I draw a little line there, and check it out. I've got 3 different spots in that bar now. Now I just need to write the number that is getting times by 3, and that is 4. So I just write that right there, write it right there, and I write it right there. And oh my goodness, goodness gracious, look what we have here, a perfect bar model. I have that there to show you that 12 is big as all of them put together, just in case it wasn't obvious. Because 3 times, or 4 times 3, is 12. And that's a perfect bar model right there. Let's see what part B says. Look at your model. Now write a different word problem that could also be represented by the model. Then write an equation that the model represents. Oh man. Okay. So A wasn't the hard part. What we just did a second ago, letter A, that was not the hard part. The hard part is right here, letter B. So first, let's just take it one direction at a time. It says to look at the model. So let's look at the model. For me, it's on a different page. For you, it should be all on page 43. So I take a look at this, and I look at my model. There it is, right there. In fact, since I'm on a computer, Mr. Graham's going to use technology, and I'm going to take a screenshot of my model. And then I'm going to put it underneath so I can see it on the same page. Ooh, did that impress you? Oh, you're like, oh my goodness, Mr. Graham, you know how to use a computer. Yep, and hopefully you will one day too. I hope so. All right, anyway, so look at the model. All right, there it is. Now, write a different word problem that could also be represented by the model. You know what? We have to use the same numbers and stuff, but we don't have to use the same situation. It doesn't have to be about Paige and Ben and babysitting. Instead, let's just write about 2 other people. Do you mind if I use people from the story? I know you guys like the story a lot, so here we go. Tiffany and Molly, oops, Malu, what the heck, and Molly own a lemonade stand. I don't know. I just came up with it. Molly, oh, I keep misspelling it. Molly sold 3 times as much lemonade as Tiffany. Tiffany sold 4 lemonades. So, and then the word problem, and then the question should be, how many lemonades did Tiffany sell? So there you go. As you can see, it's important that you recognize. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to ignore it just for you guys and call that person back. Sorry. It's important that you see that we use the same numbers. And we still said 3 times. And we still said 4. And we still had a question in the end. How many blah, blah, blah did blah, blah, blah sell? Or whatever. Because you have to have all those components to still fit this model. So yeah, I think we did that good. Then write an equation that the model represents. So now we've done everything except for write a multiplication problem. And that's not so bad, because you just use the numbers that we've been looking at the whole time. So the first thing you would want to do is take a look at what number is inside those boxes. What number is in there? 4. That's how you start. The second thing you want to do is put a multiplication symbol there, because it's going to be a multiplication problem. And then you want to think about how many times did this bar here get split into little blocks, little pieces. So we have 1 piece, 2 pieces, and then 3 pieces. So 4 times 3. And then, if you know anything about multiplication, and please, please tell me you do, 4 times 3 equals 12. And even though that seemed like a lot of work for one problem, it's all connected. It's all 3 different ways of saying the same thing. You can say it with a word problem. You can say it with an equation. Or you can say it with a bar model. And if I were you, I would be comfortable with all 3. Okay? Please, please, do your best. Now, real quick, I'm not going to show it for too long, but I am going to full screen it so you can, whoa, okay, here we go. So you can pause it if you want to. This is my scoring rubric. And if you want to get extra credit for this piece of homework, this is what I expect you to do. For 0 points, 1 point, and 2 points. 0, 1, and 2. Think about it this way. If we were thinking about our grades and our report card, the 0 is equal to a 1. This 1 is equal to a 2. And this 2 is actually equal to a 3. So 1, 2, 3. But Mr. Graham, I want a 4 for my extra credit. Well, if you want a 4, you got to go past, past the expectations. You got to do something special, something extra. What can that be? I don't know. You're the one who wants the 4. You tell me. But anyway, I'm about to turn off the video, so if you want to take a hard, long look at what it takes to do good for parts A and parts B of this performance task and get a little extra credit in your math grades, press pause and take a look. If not, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.